Let me know if you guys have noticed anything in particular in earnings land or no. Always thinking anything that's coming at the close today or tomorrow morning or next week or tomorrow. Anything duly noted, and then we won't miss it. All right, going live on TikTok too. We're also live on. Here we go. All right, we'll go the crazy stocks this morning. Onco. What was that? I was just getting like a phone call or something. Oh, maybe it was this. Live disconnected, could not connect. We're there. I think it's not. Just trying. I probably have Onco. Too low liquidity normally. The reason why it's up is acquisition. So, nope. Sis. Penny stock. So, average volume is about 2 million a day, which C3IS. There it goes again. Oh, it's going to do that every time. I'm going to turn the volume down. That's what I get for trying to do 1080p, I guess. Yeah, we'll just let that thing peter out. Morning, by the way, on the 1 minute. We'll get to that in just a minute. Sis, it's up. Has enough minimal liquidity. Very, very low average this morning. AMSC. On TikTok because it just keeps alerting this and that. So no problems. All right, just forget your TikTok. Forget TikTok. AMSC. 276,000 times 10, about $3 million per day average. Trading level, not a penny stock. Above the 200, doing good in the semiconductor space. AMSC, sure, I've heard of them. And then American Superconductor shares rising. Surprise. Okay, it's earnings, positive earnings release after it was down. Okay, so this will probably be bought up. This shows us that this is quite a surprise, and it's a pivot break. That's very important. So we got a pivot, gap up, breakout, and then the gap analysis says it's going to get bought up. So this is a very important moment on AMSC that returns it since July of last year. So that's a pretty huge day. It's kind of a huge moment on AMSC. And what about that? It does have a 5.8% ADR normally. Today it's going to be expanded even more. What's the volume? That is AMSC. 300,000 shares so far. It's on AMSC volume this morning. Please give me any exact numbers you find this morning's volume, not yesterday. mean, it's going to have about a million by end of day, which will be about 200 R vol. So it is a catalyst day, gap up, and the gap theory analysis tells us it's going to be bullish. So this is great. Yeah, and you could day trade it too. 5 minute dip by, but boom, it's already going. It's already going right now. It's at 15. It dipped and kind of like hung out around 1150. 9. It is already breaking out on the second stair step uh, of this. Wow, it's like validation that happened this morning intraday. There's just like positive things happening intraday on top of the positive things that are happening marked as our target for us. And I would be in that for a swing trade if I had some available funds, which but you guys, good luck. AMSC, there we go. Putting that on the radar. Are you the only one that can't see my charts? Is everybody seeing my charts? You're not seeing my charts? Are you just looking at me? Didn't I share my screen? Yeah, I shared my screen. Okay. Well, Carl gets his fucking act together. Anytime I can needle Carl, I'll take the opportunity. He doesn't get enough needling in life because he's a good guy. So AMSC, super good. Okay, it's a 1 minute opening range breakout. It's a pre-market high breakout, entry signal type thing everywhere already. It's an entry, pre-market for shares. Swing trade in out on AMSC. Now, if it performs poorly, that's just the way trading goes, guys. You don't go after the opportunity because then you'll never get in anything. What you do is you go after the opportunity times before the horse. You go after the opportunity, and sometimes it doesn't work out. And you can learn how to make those risks, right, on it. Then you can learn how to mitigate the risks when your capital is at risk better than say just a stop loss. Stop, that's good. You've got yourself a you know defined risk, but you can actually mitigate that, and sometimes on these actually get out at break even, which is great, if you can. I probably wouldn't, or even a profit. But you never know. New things happen all the time, and you have to be on your toes and think. Okay, this is what I gotta do in this situation. It's like I didn't see it, but it's like that Netflix series with the Korean. You get killed if you don't solve like puzzles and shit. It's like that. Wrong. It says I'm sharing my screen, but I see nothing. And Carl had that same problem. But read up, Kim. It says Bob. I'm Bob up there. I don't know why that is. It might be this like they changed something in Zoom. I don't know why that is. All right, going in. So AMSC that's our target this morning. AFib, no, no, no bueno there. The medical. So is, oh no, AMSC is semiconductor, and that's the hottest industry right now. So AMSC is hot, 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 top of hot, on top of hot, on top of hot. I can think of so many reasons why it's hot right now. Well, I can't solve that issue for you guys, so figure it out. But okay, good. Thanks for letting me know. It does nothing for me though. Enjoy. Pass on the information of what you figure out. It trades about 700,000 at about a $15 level. So that's about, that's tough math. 7 times 15, that's about 100. What? Wait a minute. 700,000. Okay, 10, $11 per day. Vera is up 20% in pre-market. Oh, it is a pivot volume. Vera. 200,000. Nobody got me the updated volume on the other one, huh? 200,000 on Vera. Steve, where did you go? Did you come back? Oh, there you go. Oh, the connection speed, you think, is doing it? Huh. Yeah, because I was having a weird time on TikTok. We had to close down the TikTok. Maybe it's related to that. Okay, good. With 200,000 shares, normally trades 750. Ooh, that's too light. As it was bought up before this catalyst as well for 4 days. So we have good reason why it's not going to hold today, and only one good reason why. Oh yeah, it says internet connection full. All right, I don't know why it's doing that, but what can you do? Nokia. Okay, Vera is flying even more now, but like I said, be wrong. Nokia average volume is million, so about $3 million per day. 8% on a million. Oh, got a very low. I see. Okay. And then the other one, Nighthawk or NHWK is probably Nighthawk. Nighthawk Biosciences. Okay. Nope. No good. All right. So that's it. So AMSC for call credit spreads or to short. But no, never mind. I take that back. Because it was going down and down and down and down and down and down and down, gap as gap down, it's going to be bought up or flat. It won't panic drop. If it does, go after it. Or a 5 minute opening range breakdown, or a 15 minute, or a 10 minute, or 30 minute. All those could be signals to even add on top. Drop precipitously, you can go after it. But the gap theory analysis, um, selling is exhausted, and this will be bought up. Not get um, a puts, they wouldn't work. It's probably going to fill. That's Tesla. And then what did you say, Kim, as far as which tickers you wanted to take a look at this morning? American Airlines, I think you said. Let me see. Wow. Okay. Oh, American Airlines is up just a smidge on earnings. It's just not big enough of a deal. And the stock itself is a 3% ADR. Lately, it's been 2% ADR. So it's a little bit slow. You have to excuse my friend, American Airlines. Slow. 3%, 2%. So, nothing super remarkable. That does leap it over the 200, and it does leap it over a triple top. Is interesting to me. The only issue, I mean, so it actually could be a good bet, and it probably will run. The only issue are twofold. One, it may have been bought up a little bit. So there's going to be some profit taking. Two, it's got that low ADR. So even if it does, it was Uh, but this is indeed like this could be like an investing point. This could be a good launch. But for a swing trade, it could be fine too. Yeah, yeah, you could do that. And as a matter of fact, the um, selling like a put credit spread here is probably the IV is going to drop so low and on you. Like if you were to get it at the open, the bottom in the next 3 to 5 days, and so that's like a balloon deflating our favor. But my point is this: is that probably it will then inflate, and probably the amount that it will that you'll be able to get in at will be at a very deflated value, not inflated, which you'd like. So you have a couple of things, except for going long. You might be able to do a 5 minute dip buy to go long on it if you wanted to. LYTS. Okay, and then we're got the market opening in 7 minutes. I'm going to talk about the market. Like, what's going on here? It's very light volume, traded every day. 149,000 shares at a $13 price point is like pretty low, and liquidity wise. And this morning it's up on like one trade. Nobody gives a shit. Like there's just not the liquidity there to make anything happen. Also, it's a 2.5% ADR, so it's a very slow stock. So even if you were to get something going on it, it wouldn't be that much. But there's nothing in bring it from moving. It's similar to American Airlines in that it's got a 200 MA and triple top breakout right here. It's a little bit not quite there though. Needs to get like over 1450, 1450. Yeah. Let's move over to the Qs now, to the market. You can see we had a nice strong reaction on on the market when GDP numbers came out this morning at 8:30, and instead of expected two numbers, we got 3.3%, which is astounding. That's like super great. It means we're definitely soft landing. I mean, all data points to that we are soft landing. And it also means the business cycle is booming. What remains PCE. So we'll get some consumer spending information tomorrow. I think that's personal. What does PCE stand for again? PCE, consumer expenditures? I don't know. Let me see. Personal consumption expenditures price. That will be important to understand. So what we've got now from GDP is productivity, is as a society creating wealth, we're generating income, we're generating prosperity, it's paying down inflation, we're knocking things down, we're doing great, and we should see that trickle in as a positive into PCE and everything else. So we'll see what PCE comes in tomorrow, but right now, there's nothing stopping this economy. Just nothing. I mean, I think China, it would be a good idea for China to go to war, to try to get this economy to, our economy is kicking ass and, they're not doing as well. I mean, they would do really well to go to war. I mean, it would create a lot of discord in our economy. Knock on wood, though. Don't tell them that, okay? But but there's just nothing. There's just nothing stopping us. Everything's going really great, and we are in the midst of a one 7-day rally that included many skip days. Skip days are insane. Skip days are like, I don't care. At any time, I'm expecting some pullback, and that'd be great. I'm in a lot of positions, and what all of this, be taking profits. Now, there are some rare occasions, like Netflix was yesterday, where you're going to be able to get entries on some things for swing trades, even at this extended point. Or something else is going on, or ER, or news, So, you can't de facto say, just because we're in an extended run out of everything, stay out of the market. You want to be. Yes, that's true, but there are exceptions. You need to learn how to understand that. All right. So anyway, we got the market opening, and we have ASMC. Okay, ASMC is now pulled back to 1240 after pushing from 1250 to 1312. ASMC is the buy of the day, and American Airlines kind of like a little bit. You came over here on the right, but again, I have my concerns about the fact that that's just really slow. It's going to be a slow stop. Or get a swing. Eventually, you could do any of that. But AMSC in the superconductor industry, and I mean, talk about setup. This is a mega good. So I'll be looking to liquidate some things, free up some funds, and get some AMSC as soon as the first, I don't know, 5 minutes of the market here, maybe 10. Yeah, Carl, the internet. So that's just the way it is sometimes. Leases. Ones next week. It's going to be really good. So this AMSC, this is on earnings release. This is on these. No, Netflix was. So the fish are jumping, and this chop morning. What do I have that I want to get rid of? So we'll see that in a minute. 60 seconds to the open. I don't know if I can do anything to improve the stream. I don't think so. We're going to learn about this focus mode later. All right, here we go. 25 seconds. Out. Pre-market high breakout 1312 or 5-minute dip buy on AMSC. Tesla export or just go sideways and just be choppy. It's not necessarily for it to drop, but if it does drop, that's kind of it could be definitely a buying opportunity at some point if that happens. Could get bought up. AMSC is up out of the open. CRISPR, Moderna are leading our hot lists from the open, our growth hot list from the open. CRISPR, CRSP, and Moderna mRNA. AM minute candle. Tesla too, and the market as well. Everything's pulling back right now, except for American Airlines. And pre-market breakout on American Airlines will be 1485. Okay, the first minute is in. Now you'd be looking for breaks of the top of candle for entries or the bottom for shorting on the right setups where shorting could work. See, Tesla's going the other way around. And that was expected. American Airlines has not signaled. AMSC has not signaled. And let's see if I can get in something here. Let's see if I can free up some money here. I mean, maybe DWAC. I mean, I don't need DWAC. It is the most high volatility thing I'm in. It's retracing. If it'll retrace a little more, maybe I'll just take my profits and re-enter later. I do want this in. Crowd just does not, it just keeps on not improving for me. I'm trying to get it. Yeah, I'm still going to end up holding that for a little while. Hood. Yeah, it's doing okay. These ones are probably going to be a cut, end of the week. I've got some things to cut. And on the chopping block. All right, let's continue to look at all the opportunities here. So AMSC, no trigger. American Airlines just triggered. And that was the end of the third minute here. Yes, American Airlines has triggered at 1450, 1447, somewhere around there, maybe 1440. So about 45 cents, 50 cents of risk. Tesla, gap analysis, the gap theory analysis says Tesla should go up today off of this gap open. I think the gap theory analysis is part of the premium strategy lessons over on the Market Mastery. But I think it's not there yet, but that's where it's going to end up. Very powerful, very and advanced. And triggering, but we're getting close to the first 5 minute candle. So, we're progressing along into the 5 minute dip buy strategy on AMSC. So damn good. It's remarkable. It's astonishing how often it works. So far, we've called successfully AAL. I mean, as an opportunity point, and Tesla also. And the market, I didn't actually give you going to do today. I didn't even actually give you a forecast, but what I said was, things are good. We're extended on a seventh day of an extended run. We've even had skip days. If it keeps going, it's happened before. We had almost a near historic 50-year last year. We had 11 days. I think it was 11 days of green. It can happen. See, we are there. We have closed out the first 5 minutes of the day. You can also use that as a 5 minute range. But that's not part of my 5 minute dip buy strategy. This green, green, green. I'd say we have about a 60% majority green. Stock picks off of the hot growth stock picks off of the open. Majority green. That's great. That's a good sign. And it's coming. So, if we were to look at one like TAL, TAL, I think it's a Chinese company. This one's putting a tree on TAL. It's a sign how large how much it's moving. It's moving 12% ADR today already, and its normal ADR is 6%. So it's moving. That's a signal in and of itself. 2x ADR. You can write that down, by the way. 1001 things you need to know about trading. EDU. No, not so. More stock on the day from our hot growth stocks. Moderna, it's at 200. It's fighting the 200. I don't think it's necessarily time to get in on Moderna. CRISPR, nah. I mean, if you want to get in somewhere down here, this is nice. In 54 again. Roku, top 5. No, go. Let's pull one from the mid cappies. SGHT. No. PRCH. We also have super hot on the sizzling is Netflix. Netflix is where is that there? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. Our put credit spread is ringing in the register. Top 5 of each of these. ARVN. DPST. Ooh, ARVN. Very nice signal right now. Off of bottom reversal on earnings. Off of renew recently. This is a great entry on a 4.7% ADR stock right now. Not as an official alert, but into the group, into the hot stocks. Remember, we have a lot of different channels in the group. Make sure you also in the group turn them all off, and then turn on the channels you want to be notified on. There's alerts. ARVN. Move gain here from the bottom. Okay, 205% in 48 days. Do we have a holy grail? Let's see. 163% in 28 days. That's a holy grail. Days. That's a holy grail. This Arvin, I've never heard of it. It's MC. Do we get an entry on there yet? Came anybody watching the 5-minute dip buy strategy over there on the SM? There it is. Look at that. Buy strategy coming in. It created that gap fill move. I told you I don't want to trade Tesla, but some of you are fucking crazy. But you'd be out now. You just got stopped out because. But yeah, you wouldn't want to trade Tesla. It'd be chop fest. Chop fest gap fill. It's just the volatility will be too high. The Ulcer index too high. It's not a clean trade. I'm gonna tell you what something's gonna do. I didn't say it's a good trade. AMSC, I said it's good trade. AAL. ARVN, an outstanding trade. So, and AMSC, outstanding. All right, I got to clear up some funds here because there are some great opportunities. I got to get into this now because I like now. No, it's not an entry. All right, and then Netflix, we're already in it. Just like to see. All right. Now, Arvin. Okay, what I'm going to do now, Tesla put should have nice premium. Yeah, but I don't think. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about for it to go down. I mean, Carl, yeah. Yeah, yeah, good job. Earnings release, so the IV may have deflated it a lot. Okay, I'll check on it really quick. Let's see. IV percentile is 20% right now. You don't even want to sell options unless they're above 30% IV rank. Kind of the same thing. So it's just about darn near the same thing. But you want that to be above 30%. Top of the expensiveness meter. Right now it's slammed low because it's ER is Andre's learning. Being a fly on the wall in here every day, uh, is so educational. It's so much fun. There's so much to learn. Can take. I think some of you who have been with me for years, man, you guys got this stuff here. Let's see. So what do I want to do with DWAC? I'm up a lot on. Oh wow, I'm up 87%. I'll just take the profits right here. If it's gonna, let's see what happens. That's what the bid ask spread was. No, they didn't give it to me. It didn't fill right away. I can tell you that much. But we'll leave it there. We'll leave it hanging. Netflix. Oh, there. Oh, wow. A partial fill. What was that? One order filled. Oh no, that was something else. That would have been awesome. That was something else. Now I'm just gonna. I can. Well, I'll keep that DWAC order open. I want 12 and pay that, but I think they're not gonna fill it. It's a just Arvin. That's what I want. I want Arvin. Well, is it going to hold up? Well, I did that again. So, Carl, that's a finer nuance. IV rank. When kind of made sense. You're saying, the puts, selling the puts would be good because price is so close to the low. So, and then at zero point 0.5 delta, you get a lot of premium. Let's say, the most premium. I believe that was your theory, right? Is extremely deflated, right? Percent of how expensiveness percent of the IV percent of that is like next level, kind of like paying attention on top of paying attention. MSC is flying, right? Who got AMSC? Checking in on it. It'll break. I wanted if the option very slow. Let me put something else and then come back. So, and that's awesome. It's super slow. I want to check the liquidity, and if it's no good, it's no good. And then from there, move over to selling a particular strike and expiration. Come on. Okay, wow, things are coming in slowly here. Whew. There we go. Brought in the chain, and liquidity is quite low. I would say it's good, but this is a high excitement day, and it's only good. It's like fair. On a low excitement day, I'd be ready. Let me see though. The March 15 open interest. Yeah, it's almost non-existent. What is that delta that people are selling there? 7 delta? Why are people buying or selling this? The $9. Yeah, there's just not enough liquidity on these options on AMSC, so it's a no-go. IV percentile on that one's 25%. No-go there. And the other thing I wanted to get in was not American Airlines necessarily. I wanted to check on things are much liquid. Floor.